सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणं मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसम्पदामि भगवद्गीतेशि यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुवन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरः देवान्। This one you can which one is making more noise? All right. Shloka number 37. अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच अयति श्रद्धयोपेतः योगाच्चलितमानसः अप्राप्य योगसंसिद्धिम् कां गतिं कृष्ण गच्छति। तच्चिन्नो भयविभ्रष्टः छिन्नाभ्रमिव नश्यति। अप्रतिष्ठो महाबाहो विमूढो ब्रह्मणः पथि। In this chapter, Bhagavan presented various topics related to dhyanam, meditation, and then Arjuna asked a doubt, presented his difficulty, saying that, "O Lord, whatever teaching about this nididhyasanam and the jnana nishtha you gave is very good, but I don't think it will be possible for me to pursue, because the tool required for pursuing this dhyanam leading to jnana nishtha, abidance in knowledge, that tool, namely the mind, is very, very flickering, very unsteady, restless. And so with that restless, flickering mind, how can I pursue this nididhyasanam meditation, which will give me the samatva yoga, the yoga, the vision of sameness?" And Bhagavan said, yes, it is difficult to master the mind, but not impossible. If you use appropriate means, then it is possible to master the mind. And what are the upaya? He said, abhyasa and vairagya. Abhyasa means repeated practice of this dhyanam, nididhyasanam. And nididhyasanam is of two types. One is Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasa. The contemplation which you do sitting in one place, withdrawing your organs and the mind, and trying to focus on the sentences of Vedanta or the teaching of Vedanta in general. This is one type of Nididhyasanam, which is the popular meaning of Nididhyasanam. But there is another way of Nididhyasanam, and that is called Jnanabhyasa. Jnanabhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam. And what is that? Tat Chintanam, Tat Kathanam, Anyonyam, Tat Prabodhanam. Whenever and wherever you are, you think about this Shastra, vision of Shastra. Even when you are responding to people and some response becomes a reaction, then you do some introspection. That when somebody told me idiot and I reacted, why? Because I considered myself to be the intellect which is sometimes appearing idiot, sometimes appearing intelligent. I am different from that. So my response or reaction was based on the wrong conclusion, not matching with the vision of Vedanta. Similarly, somebody called me fat. So fat people should not be called fat. If you tell them, they feel very disturbed. Already they are handling the problem related to fatness. And now we are calling that this another issue. So generally we should not directly or indirectly we should not tell. But by chance somebody to tease us or angry and therefore say, hey Motu or something like that. In Tamil they call Motu, no? Gundu. Gundu Rao was there. So if somebody takes very in a lighter vein, fine, but many times there is a reaction. Why? Because I consider myself to be the body. So this type of introspection also is one form of Nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam is what? Bringing the mind to the vision of Vedanta. That is Nididhyasanam. You can sit in one place and do it, or wherever you are, you introspect, correct your vision, talk about it, Tat Kathanam. You share whatever you have learnt with your fellow beings, or somebody is ready to learn from you. Give classes, online classes. Nowadays, very easy way. Online classes or offline classes, you teach. Anyonyam tat prabodhanam. You share with each other and think about it. So that also is called another form of Nididhyasana. So these are the two ways of Nididhyasana. Sitting in one place you do it, or wherever you are, you try to bring your mind to this. When you are going by bus, going by car and you are not driving, that I have to specify. You are driving, you don't do it. But when you are not driving, and you can do this contemplation, that car is going and this body seated in the car is traveling, but I am the Sakshi of this body and also Sakshi of the car through the mind. I am Sakshi and they are moving. I am motionless Sakshi. You can do meditation. So whenever and wherever you have occasion, you bring your mind to this vision. That also is one type of Nididhyasana. So it is not that you have to only take a special 1 hour wherever you are. Or you teach, that also becomes Nididhyasana. Or you need not teach. You just share with your friends. Today we learned like this, that sharing, not in a formal setup of teaching, that also is Nididhyasana. So that repetition of such efforts is called abhyasa. So by abhyasa and vairagya, the mind is grihyate, mind is mastered. And one important thing regarding bringing the mind to the object of meditation is, one principle is observed regarding the concentration of the mind. What is important principle? That mind goes to the object effortlessly with concentration when the mind has got interest in it. If you have got interest in the subject matter, then mind remains. Here also some people first time coming and they don't know what it is. They are not so much interested. Then what? Mind will not remain. And so important thing is, if you want to focus on the Atma Tattva, this reality of oneself, then you need to have interest in the subject matter. If interest is there, then mind remains in that. In fact, you will wish that class should continue. And if interest is not there, every now and then you will be looking when there will be 12:30, when there will be 12:30. That happens. So, interest is required. And how interest you get? When you have got sense of value, sense of importance for something, when something is becoming source of your joy, and you have understood the importance of something, then interest comes. So sense of importance and seeing something as the source of joy will give you the interest. And when interest is there, then there will be concentration of the mind. And how to get this sense of importance for the Atma Vichara, the thought about Atma? It comes by reading appropriate books which are talking about the glory of Shastra, glory of this people, wise people, importance of wisdom. So you read those books, or more than books, have the company of such people. Either they are wise people or they are on the way to get wisdom. It is not that only enlightened people should be there. Even those who have got value for enlightenment, value for self-knowledge, even their company will slowly develop the sense of importance and interest in the pursuit of, in the vision of Vedanta. And that is how you develop this mastery over the mind. So Bhagavan said that it is possible. He said, last shloka he said, Vashyatmana tu yatata shakyo vaptum upayata. People who are not making efforts, for them it is difficult, but those who make effort appropriately, for them it is possible to master the mind. So Bhagavan tried to give consolation to Arjuna. Bhagavan tried to inspire Arjuna to be on this path and not losing the heart. Bhagavan tried his best, but still Arjuna is feeling diffident, lack of self-confidence. This is the problem of many people. They feel that Swamiji, in this life moksha is not possible. Next life may be possible. In next life also you become our guru. So you have to become your guru again. I have to be born. So you are booking the guru. So sadhaka need not think about next janma. Here and now, in this life itself, it is possible to attain this knowledge, attain this jnana-nishtha. Never plan for the next janma. Many people say, Swamiji, in next janma I will be born in this family, I will be born in the Kashi, or I will be born in some Dikshitar family, or something. And some people don't like India, next janma I will be born in America, something. Never plan for the next janma. Here and now. But I tell you, heart of the heart, people have this diffidence, low self-confidence, low self-esteem. And because of that, what happens? They like to know that if we do this particular parayanam, then next janma we can become this. If we do yatra, then next janma we can become like this. So that type of investment is there. You see, here we are having Vedanta class, but next hall, suppose they say I will teach you one mantra. If you chant this, next Janma you will become a king, prime minister. I tell you, I will not have any student. Only thing, Swami should not go there. Otherwise, Swami said, let me also try. So, idea is that low self-confidence, this diffidence is very, very prevalent in the seekers of freedom. Why? Because they find a difficulty in mastering over some weakness, especially this restlessness of the mind. Arjuna also had this problem. So, in spite of Bhagavan giving encouragement, Arjuna is telling, Bhagavan, what will happen to me or person like me who is ayatihi, who did not make sufficient effort? He started because Shraddhayo Petaha is endowed with Shraddha in this pursuit, but he could not make sufficient effort. And Yoga Chalita Manasaha, his mind was distracted or could not make sufficient effort on yoga, meditation. So, two possibilities are there. Either he was on the track but could not make sufficient effort, or he was distracted because of some objects, some person, some situation. One person, he was studying the Shastra. He was doing some sadhana, not Shastra, he was just doing some sadhana. And then one buffalo hit him, just buffalo. He was doing something and buffalo hit him. So he got so angry with that he started telling that buffalo milk should not be used, it is very impure milk, and all this he started telling. Then somebody said, no, 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 you cannot say like this. In some particular ritual somewhere, buffalo milk also is to be used. You don't know Shastra. Then this person says, okay, I will study Shastra. Then for studying Shastra, what? You have to study first Vyakaranam. So he has to study Vyakaranam for 12 years. So then his friend met him. And I said, you were doing nicely meditation and most of the time you are doing that. From there you have studied this, started studying Vyakaranam and all this. And how come you are deviated from that? He said, this is what happened. I wanted to prove that milk of buffalo is not good. And for that I have to study Shastra very well. For that I have to study grammar. So he was doing sadhana, some sadhana, but got distracted. Panini, if he studies well and studies Shastra, very good. But during that Panini study also something may happen and again distracted. So if mind is capable of distracted by one thing, it will be distracted by another thing also. And so just small thing happened and person is distracted. So that is second possibility. So two possibility is that either person was trying but his attempts were not enough and before he could reach the destination, he died. This is one possibility. Second is his mind was diverted by something and therefore he could not reach the destination. Both ways, yoga chalita manasa and aprapya yoga samsiddhim. So he had made some progress. He studied some Shastra, he was trying to do Nididhyasanam, but aprapya yoga samsiddhim, not attaining the success in yoga, in Nididhyasanam. Then he is asking, Kam gatim Krishna gacchati. What result, what end, what lot this person would attain after death? So Arjuna is very sure that this person means actually himself. I am going to die and will take next Janma. But what will be that next Janma? So here Gati means the lot, the situation, the consequence after death. So what will happen to that person? And that he further explained. Arjuna feels that this person will have very dark future. Why? He said, Kachit, whether na nashyati, whether this person will not be destroyed. So he wonders, will he not be destroyed, this person? Ubhaya vibrashtaha, fallen from both karma marga and yoga marga, dhyana marga. So karma he renounced and dhyana marga he did not get success. So ubhaya brashta. Hey, we saw the example in the last class. That nice job he was having, every month he was getting salary of 1 lakh, that he left and he started his new business. So that salary stopped coming and new business did not work out. Startup did not start. And therefore what happened? Ubhaya viprashta. So like that, this person, karma marga, he did not follow because he thought, no, I want to do dhyanam. So karma marga he renounced. If he had done karma, he would have gone to heaven. And the dhyanam he had got successfully, he would have got moksha. So now karma marga he did not follow, therefore swarga will not come. And the dhyana marga, the dhyana marga, the nididhyasanam he did not follow, therefore he did not get moksha. So that's why what? Ubhaya vibrashta. Ubhaya means both. Fallen from both. And apratishtaha, not having any support. He doesn't have the punya currency, he doesn't have dana nishtha currency. And therefore punya currency not being there, swarga ticket he cannot buy. And the dana nishtha he doesn't have, therefore moksha ticket he cannot buy. So that is why it what? Apratishtaha, supportless. And vimudaha, deluded, distracted, brahmanaha pathi. In the pursuit of Paramatma, he was deluded or distracted. And therefore what? Nashyati. He gets perished. He is destroyed. That's what Arjuna thinks. So Kachit indicates the doubt. Will he not be destroyed? Is he not lost? And one example he uses. Chinna abram iva. Abram means cloud. Chinna means the separated from the main cloud. So he gives one example, very beautiful example. He says, imagine there is a body of clouds which was traveling to Himalayas. And in between the one cloud, small cloud, which was the part of the system of clouds, he thought that these fellows are going very slowly. So I am a young cloud. So he separated, came out of the company, cloud company. And small, he thought what? I will go very fast. So this cloud separated itself from that big cloud system and separated. And within no time, when strong wind came, and this cloud was scattered. So Arjuna thinks my condition will be like this cloud. See, I was with these people who are doing the Vedika karma, those who are doing these duties, Vedic rituals, and that is the normal lot. I thought, no, I don't want to be with this karma kandi people, these karma people. I will do very fast progress and I will do nididhyasanam and I will get moksha very fast. These karma people, they get chitta shuddhi, then jnanam. When will it happen? So I will do nididhyasana. So separated out. I don't want to be part of your karma people and separated out. And then what happens? This nididhyasanam I could not sustain and therefore scattered like the cloud. So Arjuna says, I think my condition will be like that small cloud separated from the big body of clouds. Big body of cloud represents the normal people who are doing their duties and doing some punya karma, doing some Vedic karma, and they get some punya. Because of that they go to heaven. So that particular group I left and now join this nididhyasana group, or started traveling alone with nididhyasanam, and then like that cloud I will be scattered. Hey Krishna, So he said, Mahabhavo, hey Mahabhavo, Krishna, I think the condition of person like me will be very miserable. So we don't have karma support, we don't have dana nishtha support, nididhyasana support. So we are lost. So Arjuna is feeling very diffident. And diffidence, feeling low confidence and feeling inferior is a big obstacle in the pursuit of moksha. See, if somebody is looking down upon yourself, somehow you can dismiss the person and you can say, no, I am not like that. But when you yourself are condemning yourself, you yourself are putting yourself down, then nobody can help you. So, Atma Krupa is very much required. If Atma Krupa is there, then Ishvara Krupa you will trust. Otherwise, you will say, even Bhagwan, people say that, Swamiji, even Bhagwan cannot solve my problem. I have so much problem, but Bhagwan cannot solve. Guru cannot solve my problem. Guru, when he says, no, you can get it, then this person will say, Guruji, you don't know me, how worse I am, what all akramam I have done, you don't know. And therefore, it becomes a big obstacle. That is why in pursuit of any goal, one condition is, I trust myself to attain this goal. I consider that goal is attainable. If I think it is not attainable, it will not be attained. It will be self-prophecy. What you said will be true. You said it cannot be attained, it will not be attained. So, one requires to have relative self-confidence. At least not putting oneself down. And here one useful important thing to know is, even if you don't trust yourself, but if you can trust somebody who trusts you, then also your journey will be smooth. The approach of that person is like this. I don't think I will be able to make it, but my guru thinks that I will be able to make it, therefore let me make effort. I trust my guru more than I trust my own thinking. If that type of value is there, then also person can be helped. Then also person will be through. But this person does not have trust in himself, person does not trust anybody else. That is why it is very important to have some guide, some mentor in one's life who will be able to tell, no, I am there with you, I will guide you, you can do it. I am there with you. Such a big support. But nowadays people, they don't trust gurus so easily. Because nowadays many gurus are fraud also. So they are not to be blamed. Many gurus are fraud and therefore it's very difficult to trust. But if such trust is there, that my guru believes that I can do it, therefore I need not bother about it. What I think is not so important, let me trust my guru. If you trust your guru, then also you can make it. But Arjuna was not having so much trust. And therefore, in this regard, in general he had trust, but in this regard he thought that Bhagwan is consoling me, but I am not that capable as Bhagwan is thinking of me. Like some people say, no, you can do it, but Swamiji, you don't know that I am so horrible in that. And therefore, person doesn't trust. So Arjuna had this sense of diffidence. And therefore he says, this person who is practicing yoga, if he does not make sufficient effort and if he dies in between, then I think he will be having miserable consequences to face. So that is his doubt. And therefore he is requesting Bhagavan to remove this doubt. What is his doubt? If a person starts this spiritual journey of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam and is on the way, did not reach and dies, or for some reason distracted. He has done lot of things, but could not reach the destination, then what will happen to that person? That is his doubt. And Arjuna thinks that according to me, that person will have a miserable lot. Is it true? So that is what his doubt is. And he says, Bhagavan, you are the best person to resolve this doubt. Otherwise, Bhagavan will say that, see, why are you asking me now? You can ask somebody after this war is over. You ask somebody else. No, Bhagavan, you are the best person. And in this situation, you alone are available, and therefore you resolve the doubt in the. That is what he requests in the next shloka. Etanme samshayam Krishna छेत्तुमर्हस्य शेषतः त्वदन्यः संशयस्यास्य छेत्ता नह्युपपद्यते. He said, Hey Krishna, etan me samshayaha. This is my doubt. And Chetum arhasi. You are fit to remove this doubt. Arhasi means you are fit. It behooves you to remove this doubt. It is appropriate on your part to remove this doubt of mine. And asheshataha, completely. So this doubt I have, and this doubt is regarding the lot after death. And therefore this doubt can be resolved by Bhagavan, because he knows what happens to Jiva after death. Therefore you are the best person, because you are karma phala data. So you know well. And he says, Svad anyaha asya samshayasya chetta nahi upapadyate. Svad anyaha, other than you, na upapadyate, is not capable. What? Chetta, to be the destroyer of what? Asya samshaya, of this doubt. Other than you, nobody else can resolve this doubt. You are the best person. So anybody who can resolve the doubt based on your teaching. And so finally it has to come from you. You are the authority on this. Therefore, I don't find anybody else who can resolve this doubt asheshata, completely. And therefore my request is, please remove the doubt. What will happen to the person who starts the journey, spiritual journey, but does not reach the destination? And I tell you, this is a very, very crucial question for most of the people. Any camp or anywhere, this 6th chapter is taken, and then the teacher will say, the answer of this question we will see tomorrow. Then people become very restless, because Swamiji, this is the question. And when the crucial thing is there, you are telling like this, I am not going to do, I am going to give the answer. So Bhagavan is giving the answer. Because you identify with Arjuna. When this comes, yeah, Swamiji, I started on the wrong side of 60s, and therefore I also feel that I may not get it. So if I don't get it, what will happen? This is the exact question I had. Thank Arjuna, he has asked this question. So Arjuna's question is being answered by Bhagavan. It's a very beautiful answer. Every sadhaka should remember this answer, especially when you are on the wrong side of 60, 70, 80s. It's very important. It's a very, very encouraging answer. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Parthanaiveha namutra विनाशस्तस्य विद्यते न हि कल्याणकृत् कश्चित् दुर्गतिं तात गच्छति. So Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Bhagavan gave the answer. What is the answer? He said, Hey Partha, hey Arjuna, tasya, of that person, for that person, whom you talked about, that he has started his spiritual journey, he has renounced the karma, he has taken sannyasa, renounced the karma, and he is doing his sadhana, but for some reason he could not reach the jnana nishtha, the final destination. So for that person, iha, here in this world, and amutra in other world, hereafter, vinashaha na vidyate. Destruction is not there for that person. So Arjuna's question was that, Arjuna's doubt was that I think Bhagavan, that person will be destroyed. Means he will be finished, spiritually finished. Means he will be attaining very lower loka. Because there is no punya currency for going to higher loka. There is no the Jnana currency for moksha. Therefore what? Somewhere he will be born and he will be having very inferior birth. Either he will be going to Naraka or he will be having the body of some animal. So that was Arjuna's question. When Vinasha, when he said, that is what he meant. So Bhagavan says there is no question of Vinashaha, destruction here or in other loka. So here there is no destruction. In this loka there is no destruction. This can be understood in two ways. One is that in this world, this person will never be criticized by noble people. So people who are understanding the gravity of this spiritual pursuit, they will never criticize this person. Because this person had tried. Shraddha he had. He tried. So Bhagavan also is seeing that whether you are trying or not. So this person had tried. And distraction is possible. Even a big, very popular batsman also can get out for zero once in a while. So it is possible. So what matters more in spirituality is your sincerity. Your shraddha, your sincerity. And so this person had tried his best. Therefore, noble people will not criticize him in this world. So that type of vinasha, the destruction in the form of the criticism by noble people, that will not happen. Because his sincere effort will be appreciated. And amutra. So another way of seeing that vinasha here means that person will not be born in this world in inferior body. So he will not have that problem. So here in this world he will not be born as some animal or any inferior living being. And amutra. In other world also he will not have any lower loka. He will go to Naraka. That type of situation also will not be there. So here there is no destruction, and in other loka also there is no destruction. And other loka destruction means what? Attaining lower loka or the worlds of suffering, Naraka, that also will not be there. So in this world he will not be born in inferior body, and in other world also he will not be born in the miserable lokas. So no destruction here, no destruction in other loka. Why? Because Bhagavan is giving a very general rule, very inspiring rule. What he says? Kalyana Krit Kashit. Kashit means anyone who is Kalyana Krit. One who has done Kalyanam. And now Kalyanam, when we hear in Tamil Nadu, Kalyana means marriage. So Kalyana Krit means one who has done marriage. Durgatim na gacchati. So one who has done marriage will not have very inferior lot. Means marriage is a very good thing. Why? Kalyanakrut durgatim na gacchati. One who has done marriage does not attain this inferior lot, inferior situation. But that is not the meaning. If that is the meaning, I will be in trouble, no? Kalyana is not there. So, here Kalyana means Mangalam. Mangalam means Shastra Vihita Sadhana. Anybody who has done this sadhana as prescribed by the Shastra, that person is called Kalyanakrit, Mangalakrit. One who has done Mangalam, auspicious. And what is auspicious? Whatever is prescribed by the Shastra to be done, if a person has done that, whether he has done Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam, or whatever sadhana, Karma Yoga, whatever sadhana, Japa, Tapa, whatever person has done, that person, Durgatim, Durgatim is inferior lot, inferior situation, inferior consequences, Na Gachati, does not attain. So Bhagavan gives a very big consolation. So if you have done this sadhana in this life sincerely, then Durgati will not be possible. You need not be afraid at the death, when the person is in deathbed, he should not think, oh, what will happen to me, what will happen to me. I have done what is to be done to the best of my capacity, and therefore there will not be Durgati. You are assured by Bhagavan. You have attended classes, you have done some mananam, you have done some dhyanam. Therefore, Durgati is not there. This person will get some inferior loka suffering, loka of suffering, that will not happen. Or birth in inferior body will not happen. Alright, and just incidentally, the marriage is also called Kalyanam, because marriage is also what? Mangalam. Therefore, I don't know whether it is in South India either. Vivaha is called Shubha Vivaha. Shubha word is used? Shubha Vivaha. Nobody says Ashubha Vivaha, miserable marriage. Afterwards may happen, but but when person is getting married, what we say? Shubha Vivaha. So Kalyanam, marriage also is auspicious. If you lead the life, marriage life as prescribed in Shastra, that is very, very Mangalam. In fact, Grihastha is very important ashrama. Why? Because Grihastha is supporting all three ashramas. Brahmacharya ashrama supported by Grihasthas, Vanaprasthas, Sannyasa, all. Therefore, if a person leads one life appropriately, his marriage is Kalyanam, Mangalam. But marriage alone is not Mangalam. Sannyasa also is Mangalam. If you lead Sannyasa life properly, that also is Kalyanam. Not Tamil Kalyanam, the Sanskrit Kalyanam. Okay. In Sanskrit, the word Kalyanam has got a very beautiful meaning. Kalye Pratah Anyate Shabdyate. So that which is referred to in the morning, like Pratasmarana, means good act which is worth remembering in the morning. That is called Kalyanam. So Kalyanam has got the meaning auspicious. So anybody does sadhana sincerely, that person need not be worried about what will happen after death. It will be always wonderful. So I have done my best, so Bhagavan also will do his best. If you have done work sincerely, then your master will pay you well. And local master may be greedy, may not pay well, but our master is very rich and generous, so he will pay you well. Therefore, there is no fear at all. Right now I will try for moksha, but if it doesn't happen, doesn't matter. The consolation prize itself is very big. The main prize is what? Moksha. If main prize doesn't happen, consolation prize also is very big. What is consolation prize? That is going to be talked about in the next shloka, which we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameshishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti